sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. 2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. Now this thing gets... Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerge from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for David Montgomery. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And off comes to Montgomery. A first down and then some for Montgomery. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
2nd down and 3. From the gun, it's Wilson. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, touchdown Bears! Darnell Mooney, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. A short kick taken at the 18. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Lions.
Now it's Swift. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Looking to throw on second down. Bass. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Operating from the gun. Bass. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. From the gun, Bass. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And oh, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On 1st down, Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now it's Wilson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Swift. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Bass. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
2nd and 9. Off the bootleg. Bass rolling to his right. Open man is Quintez Cephas. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
They'll run on first down. Swift, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Bass. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. 14-0 is the score after one on EA Sports. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Back to throw. Bass. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing is Wilson. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now Wilson on 1st down. This one swung out to Montgomery. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 7. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And still about 3 yards shy of a first. of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. Two teams each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line.
And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Oh, Mooney, what a catch. Touchdown, Chicago!
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Khalif Raymond, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Third and 2, now Wilson. That's complete to Robinson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st down, Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. Montgomery a 1st down and then some. Touchdown, Chicago! David Montgomery, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Bass. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
Throwing on first down. Bass. He's going to let this one go deep.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offensive coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Now Wilson on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
A 10-yard gain, but it's 4th down.
Hunter Nice-Swander on to punt now on 4th down.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A big play there for Detroit. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Bass.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7.
On the option to give to Swift here.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
DeAndre Swift.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions were able to draw a bit closer. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Williams to return.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he'll be taken down all the way inside Detroit's 20.
98 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Wilson now off the bootleg. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. Touchdown! Allen Robinson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
From the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Now a toss for Swift left side.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On first down. Swift. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A handoff, Swift running to the left. Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. And this is picked up by the Bears. He's at the 50. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Montgomery on the counter. Down right around the 25. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
And with that run, he's already at 100 yards here before halftime. So if he sees the same kind of action in the second half, he could be on his way to a career game.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 30-yard line, 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Bass. Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 3rd down, Bass. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson caught by Montgomery. Whoa, it still won't go down. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here's Wilson. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. Touchdown, Bears! David Montgomery. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bears are able to add on to their first half lead. Santos with the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Thomas. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Bass. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. And give them 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play. On 3rd and 2, Bass. He's going to float this one deep right side. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2. And he'll get in, and they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. Well, it is still a lopsided score, so they're going to try a 2nd quarter onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. A 2nd quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
They'll run on 1st down. Montgomery. 106 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second and 4. Running with Montgomery from the pistol. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's caught by Montgomery. And some room to run now. Touchdown!
Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Running is Swift.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
On 1st down, Bass. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
They'll try it now with Swift.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Thomas. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to throw. Bass going deep here for Stills. This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Looking to throw. Bass. Flushed out right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They go option right on 2nd and goal. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down.
A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force him into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Back to throw. Bass.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off inside the 10. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
And the Lions are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And he's got some space here.
95 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback He had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run, and you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Looking to throw. Bass. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
We're glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Back to the running game with Swift. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Off the play fake. Bass sliding out of the pocket. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point attempt to follow here. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
Next to score, Bears 41, Lions 21. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at about the 31. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far.